57 laps complete, working lap 58. We'll get back to another through the field in a moment, but first we need to take a break. Ryan Newman, the only leader so far here at New Hampshire International Speedway. You're watching NASCAR on TNT. Back in New Hampshire, the caution has just come out. Ricky Craven, who was running in 11th spot, has gotten into the wall off of turn 2.
Pretty hard there, BP.
Boy, he sure has. That right front tire isn't moving, isn't rolling, so it's usually a sign.
So the lucky dog will be.
First, we give up the lucky dog, don't we?
Yes, sir, Junior. You are a lucky dog today.
So we figure out what's going on. We'll be fine. Just kind of get caught up here and let's see what happens.
Loses too much room at the beginning of the run. The car is way too free coming in. We've got caution for debris.
Piece of metal just came off of one of the cars on the front straightaway down towards the turn 1 side. There it is.
That would have to be Elliott Sadler, you would think.
Well, that's not good.
Not a good spot either.
We stay under green to the moment.
Try to get to the edge of that end lane and turn in. Now. Avoid a yellow?
Well, not necessarily, because where he stops, if the car doesn't get, see, he's going to stop out there so the caution does come out, which I think is smart on his part. The caution comes out. Otherwise, he's going to be stuck out there and they can't fix his race car. This would be yellow flag number 3, just past the 1/3 point of the race. We'll see if anybody pits when we come back. You're watching NASCAR on TNT. Back in New Hampshire International Speedway, caution has just come out. Martin Truex Jr. is into the wall in turn 1.
That's not what they were hoping for today.
Excuse me, left rear.
He was falling back and had some contact with Jimmy Johnson a couple of laps ago. And you can see he's got some damage and some flat tires on the left side of that car.
There we go.
Or he got hit in the left rear, I think is more like it.
Yeah. That would be correct.
And Schrader.
See if we can get a better angle here of what happened. They're just going for the same real estate. That's all there is to it. I mean, you know, you're wanting to be in the center of the corner there. Schrader's down low. His car's going to slide up a little bit, but the A car's going to want to get down to the center.
Exactly. They want to go, and they both fight for the same exact spot.
Right.
Once again, as long as we have racing, we're going to have wrecks exactly like that. On board with Kenny Schrader.
And it doesn't take much. No. I mean, you're already on the edge when you're in the corner, so it doesn't take much to get the car turned around when you make contact.
On board with Truex, and listen.
See, that wasn't much contact.
That was pretty good contact there, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the caution came out before these guys who skipped pitting on the last couple of times had to come in under green. New Hampshire International Speedway, seen lots of action so far this afternoon. Dale Earnhardt Jr. changing out for Martin Truex Jr. Ricky Craven with some troubles, as well as Truex Jr. And most recently, ouch, the caution flag is waved because Todd Bodine stalled into turn number 1. The yellow has just come out, and we are under the 5th caution of the day. Others who did not stop, Matt Kenseth, Casey Kane. Oh, got a car in the wall in turn 4. Caution's out. Brian Vickers.
See some damage to the right side of the 25 car. It doesn't look that bad. But the caution flag is out.
That last shot of it, BP, looked like the car was crabbing a little bit. Okay, let's see what we can detect. He was about a half a lap behind the field, so.
A bunch of smoke. Marty, what did Brian say?
They asked him what happened. He said, I could not tell you. This thing is just out of control, Peter. Talking to his crew chief, Peter Suspenzo.
I got you. I've been in those cars before.
Yeah. Back in New Hampshire, the caution has just come out. Ricky Rudd has hit the safer barrier in turn 3, and he's hit it a bunch.
He hit it a ton. And he looked like he was very, very upset. I don't know if it was himself or someone else, but he threw the steering wheel off. Okay, let me get this belt out of here. I want out of this car.
Yeah, whenever you're wrecked, you're mad.
Oh, yeah.
There's levels of being mad. Obviously,
what happened there?
It's even worse when somebody helps you wreck.
Around the bottom of the racetrack at 20 mile an hour off the pace.
Yeah, let's take a look. There's the 72 that we're talking about.
Martin gets in the back of him. I think he was talking about the 25 car of Vickers.
Yeah, the back end of this car leap off the ground. Wow.
Man.
On board, Mark Martin.
Yeah, Ricky had to check up for Brian Vickers, and Mark got in the back of Ricky Crut. He did go in that hard.
Here in front of you, right here in front of you. Go, go, go.
All right, here we go.
All the leaders coming down pit road for stops with the 89 laps to go, Marty.
Stop. His car was still just a little bit tight, so they made just a minor air pressure adjustment to help Jamie. Matt?
Call yourself, call yourself.
Trouble turn 4. Ken Schrader. And the caution flag is out with 79 laps to go.
So Jeff Gordon, I don't think is going to have to worry about his fuel anymore because
this just bought him his 2 laps.
Bought him his 2 laps.
Smoky in there, Kenny.
He said it just flat blew up with absolutely no warning.
Need a push.
Yeah, push this thing because it's not running. So Joey Arrington and the boys up in Martinsville, Virginia will go to work tomorrow trying to figure out what happened. Engine builders for the 49 car.
Here we go, right on board.
There you go.
MVP, that's exactly what it sounds like, because I've I've blown up my fair share of engines.
Bill, all right, Kurt Busch to the lead. And look, Jeff Gordon.
Whoa,
And Ryan Newman all of a sudden bobbles, and Gordon goes to second.
97 cars in the lead. Oh, trouble.
77.
Brendan Gaughan, turn 2.
Is a caution out? Yes, it is.
Heck of a save.
He's got some damage.
No, you didn't hit a thing. You're good.
But Brendan Gaughan, right rear corner of the car crinkled up a little. Maybe that's what caused him to spin. Venturing where no man boldly goes. And the very colored smoke. That's an interesting sight too, huh? Getting to the late stages of this one at New Hampshire International Speedway today. Got one going around in turn 3. It's Ricky Craven. And the caution flag is out.
Lots of fluid at the bottom of that car.
Yes, it's going to take quite a while to clean this mess up. Put down the oil dry and get that fluid off the surface.
Coming at you.
Wow, that thing just blew up. Looked like maybe a radiator hose or something gave way. Of course, going into the corner.
Like they always do. We talked about that last week.
Can't say it enough times. Thank goodness for the safer barriers. Help it reduce the severity of those impacts in the corner.
Figured out.
And get back what Marty said, the problem with 15 cars, don't forget the brake problem. And now he's racing the 2, and he's racing a little bit harder than he had been earlier in the race.
Got one on the wall. Greg Biffle. Caution.
Heavy contact with that wall.
He had a problem the lap before where he got up out of the groove, and I don't know if he had a tire going down or his brakes were failing.
I don't know either. I saw him up high, very, very high the last lap, and he lost about 10 positions.
I do know he wants out of that car badly.
Okay, here we go. There's what Alan and I were talking about when he's up very, very high in the corner. That looks like no brakes. You're right.
That sure does look like no brakes.
And then a lap later, he came into the same corner, and it got worse.
That looks like too much rear brake. So if he was losing his brakes, losing his front brake, he had too much rear brake. Matt?
Wally, he came on the radio, told his team, I feel like I got into some kind of liquid or oil.
Really? Well, the 72 car just went into the pits with a blown engine about 2 laps before that.
There you have it.
Yeah, but why just the one car having trouble?
Right. I don't know.
That car sure came around. The back came around.
Well, Biffle has climbed into the ambulance for the trip to the infield care center. Now we have 28 laps to go, and the pit road will be open this time. Wow, Newman had busy hands there. You know, it's going to... Trouble, turn 4. Rusty Wallace has hit hard.
And folks, regardless, the race is not over. We will see the green flag. Who spun him out?
He said 88. Dale Jarrett was next behind him after Michael Waltrip got by.
See Rusty really sitting up high in the seat so he can see over the hood.
Let's check it out. Reason we're under caution for a 12th time.
You see?
Wow.
Yep, that was definitely
Contact.
got tagged there.
Boy, Kurt Busch would not want to see this, huh?
And Rusty Wallace, one of those drivers on the fringe of the chase.
Let's listen here. Keep in to check up. Not really. I mean, he got back in the throttle real easy, but it didn't sound like he had to check up.